Let's say you are a man, you're in your early 20s, you masturbate once a day, or even every few days. No big deal, right? No. This is false. Understand this, when you ejaculate, your brain does not know the difference between that and you actually having sex. Your mind thinks. If you're ejaculating, you're doing what your sole purpose of life really is, to procreate. Every time you do this, your mind thinks you're creating life. Stop and take a step back. Think, what would happen if I ceased to do this? Guess what? Your mind panics. Why? Because you are not fulfilling your highest objective of being a human being, so funnily enough, things start to change in your favor. In order for you to procreate, you instantly become more attractive. It does actually work. Your voice will become deeper, you become less emotional and more relaxed, you will be able to hold very strong eye contact. Issues that would have stressed you out before cease to even slightly bother you. You become more manly, you become more alpha. Just from refraining from playing with yourself, and the longer you can refrain from it, the stronger your power becomes. After 2 weeks you will notice massive changes, after 1 to 2 months miracles will occur. I promise you. All your body fluids will get an upgrade, due to the fact your system is under much less stress. Yes, remember, it takes 50 drops of blood to make 2 drops of semen. Every single action your body undertakes is to prioritize semen production. It's a biological fact. If you can resist the very strong urge to ejaculate, whether it's via having sex or playing with yourself, you will gradually build up to dragon level energy. You may have heard certain celebs using this term. This is what they mean when they say this. It's an amazing force. Anybody heard of Nikola Tesla? A famous genius inventor who was light years ahead of anybody in his field? He even figured out how to extract free energy from the atmosphere, and wanted to make it public, before JP Morgan had his lab burned to the ground. Guess what? He retained all his semen. He died a virgin. He committed to his work so staunchly, and he knew this highly potent sexual energy would give him the edge over all his rivals. He knew the energy could be transferred into his inventions and make them better. Which they were. Another good example is Mike Tyson. He reportedly went almost 5 years in his early era, and you remember how vicious Tyson was in his heyday. He was knocking out world champs for fun, and these guys were not little wimps. Some of them were 18 stone 6 feet 5 plus, big hard guys. But young Tyson, despite being quite short, was sparking them clean out with a ruthless edge that nobody else had. They all feared Tyson. Did semen retention give him the edge? I bet it helped him a great deal. There is a tangible force behind this stuff and makes sense when you break it down. Think about it this way, we all know now, energy is not created or destroyed, it just transfers from one point to another. If your semen is inserted into a female, it will eventually become a new life. So if you retain this base chemical, where does that energy go? It won't just disappear, it will be transmuted into other areas that you can choose, and you will have the most potent and vibrant energy source driving you forward. You ever remember any point of your life, you seen a Jewish or strict Islamic guy, in his early 20s, driving a brand new Mercedes AMG 63, has 3 businesses, already married with 2 or 3 kids? How did they manage that so young? In my younger days, my jealousy and envy would tell me they must sell drugs, do bank scams, or got it all from their parents, but now I understand this. I think it had a lot to do with semen retention. You see, these religions shame people for masturbation and porn use. So many of the people who practice these religions retain semen by nature. This gives them unlimited energy to go and manifest a better life, setting up your own business, finding a good wife, having kids young. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think I may be onto something with that. Who knows, but there is something to this that makes a great deal of sense. Our society wants you to jerk off and wasting your life force, your energy. If so, you live shorter. That's why there's so much sexual stimulation everywhere. So guys, please try and retain as much you can. Feel the massive energy increase, then go and supercharge the law of attraction, so you can carve out that dream life you want. Think about this, do you think any major successful person sits and plays with himself while looking at porn? Watching another man having sex with a woman? It is the most beta, loser activity you can probably do. I'm not shaming anybody, I have indulged in it myself, in the past, and I'm happy to admit that, but I now understand how draining and sad it really was. Take back your power, guys, take back your life force, do not submit your creative energy to these rancid demons via the black mirrors to hell. Thank you guys for watching, and subscribe for more.